There's one constant thing I'm reminded of over and over in today's society, and that is words don't mean a damn thing. You know, Antifa are actually fascists. God will protect you from COVID, but the vaccine will kill you. God won't protect you from the vaccine. Laws that enable voter suppression are actually protecting democracy. Laws that don't allow someone with a uterus to make their own health decisions is just called being pro-life. But the same ones who say they're pro-life are against anything that actually helps people who are already alive. Medicaid, social welfare programs, SNAP benefits, WIC, school lunches, feeding the hungry like Jesus said we should do. But the people who claim they're a member of the party that follows Jesus are against all of that. They scream, keep the government out of my life, yet want the government and all the uteruses. Like I said, words don't mean a thing. The people who say they're a member of the right because the right is for all Americans will argue for and support a bill that does not help all Americans. I don't get it. In fact, it usually hurts the ones who need help the most because they like it and they think it'll help them, and the others, well, that's just their fault. So you're for helping all Americans except for, well, all Americans. Don't want your tax dollars to help those less fortunate because that's socialism. But they then don't want tax dollars going to Ukraine because, in your words, why are we sending money there when we could be helping people here at home? America first. Except for when it's a part of America you deem inferior. Like I said, words don't mean a thing. Drag queen story time is a danger to kids because you never know when a patriotic Christian will show up with a gun. Drag queens are the reason all the right-wing pastors, the teachers, the coaches, the youth pastors are molesting kids. It's all because of drag queens. You can't allow a transgender person to use the bathroom they identify as because a straight man will use that opportunity to put on a wig and dress to molest a little girl in the Target bathroom of all places. It doesn't matter that the overwhelming majority of offenders is someone the child knows. The real problem is straight men perverts being Scooby-Doo villains for the chance to harm a child in a public setting. So, since straight men perverts might do that, we have to villainize and discriminate against the trans community for doing nothing other than living their life. See? Words don't mean a thing. 38,000 gun deaths a year, and the only solution is no new laws, restrictions, or efforts. In fact, the solution is less laws. Do away with permits. Because the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. So, hey, that makes perfect sense to rescind any barrier for anyone to obtain a firearm. But let there be a dozen voter fraud cases nationwide, and there's suddenly an urgency to enact almost 400 new voter laws. Yep, gun deaths are now the number one killer of children, but the real tragedy is wanting kids to wear masks in school. Businesses should be free from government interference to make their own decisions because of capitalism. So if they want to deny services to someone because of moral or religious objection, that's fine and dandy. But if a government makes the decision, but if a business makes a decision without government interference to require that their employees get vaccinated for productivity and healthcare cost reasons because of capitalism, well, that's not capitalism, that's just plain communism. You're proud to be capitalists while bitching about capitalism, but calling it communism. You villainize communism or socialism, but you call capitalism communism or socialism. Words don't mean a motherfucking thing. Words don't mean a thing. Things don't mean nothing when they should mean something. It's not facts over feelings. It's facts are feelings and feelings are facts. So if the fact makes you feel good, good. That's facts over feelings. But if a fact makes you feel not so good, then it's fake news. Change it till it's better for you, or just deny. Just deny. When it's a fact you don't like, just deny till people get tired. Or even if they acknowledge the fact, just ignore that and ask why don't they acknowledge the fact? If you ask a question and they answer it, just tell them they didn't answer it. That'll show them. Ask why they didn't acknowledge the fact, and then they can say, well, I did, and you just repeat the sequence over and over until you're sure in your mind that you are right. Ignore the things you don't like and focus only on the ones you do. And if there's nothing to focus on, it's perfectly fine to make up a scenario in your head to direct your outrage towards. Pick a word, any word. Be mad at that word. You don't know why. You've been told it's a bad word. You're convinced it's a bad word. Presto changeo. Everything you don't like is now that word. Even if it makes no sense. It doesn't matter that you hate spaghetti, so you want toast banned. It doesn't matter that toast has nothing to do with spaghetti. You've heard Olive Garden gives you bread with pasta, and well, toast is bread, so of course toast is spaghetti. Bitch about the things you like, but just call it what you don't like, so it all makes sense in your head. Words don't mean a thing, so you can change them, put them down, flip them, and reverse them. Don't pay attention to facts. Those are just fake news. Don't mind facts. Just say what you want and call those the real facts. Forget about things that have happened. Times have not changed. Positions haven't evolved. Words don't mean a motherfucking thing. To quote Billy Joe Armstrong, welcome to paradise.